What's up, guys? MiddleAgedGamer here. We're playing Train Simulator 2014, and that's 2014 version of Train Simulator, for those that didn't put 1 and 1 together. Anyways, we're going to get career tab. We're going to be doing the London to Faversham high-speed Far Horizons career scenario using the Class 395 EMU, which I love to be the engineer of, and it says drive a full run from St. Pancras International to Faversham. So let's go ahead and get it loaded up, about 70 minutes long. Alright, let's go ahead and load passengers. Good morning, driver. Today we'll be completing a full run from London St. Pancras to Faversham, calling at each station before departing. We'll pick up passengers here at St. Pancras, and I'm talking very fast so I can do everything I need to do to get this done. Just going to turn the cab light on for a second while I get this going. Need to make sure I have power first off. Okay, got rid of the AWS system. Let's go ahead and get the day running lights on right there, and got full power now. We can turn the cab light back off since we're outside. Take a quick look around while we've got a second. Beautifully modeled train, in my opinion. It just looks amazing from top to bottom. You can see we're on overhead power right here, so we are on the high speed section of the track, up all the way to Ebbsfleet via Stratford here. Let's go ahead and get moving forward now. Just going to lay a bit of sander just in case. Go ahead and turn the windshield wipers on there. And go ahead and grab your beer, your liqueur choice, whatever you want to do, and it's going to be quite a journey that I got in store for you guys. Speaking of journeys, please journey to the please subscribe button when you get a second. It definitely helps me in making my games and bringing you more videos and better quality videos as well. So I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate anybody who subscribes out there. Just being careful right here to not go over 25 miles per hour or about 40 kilometers per hour. And you got two declines. You got one right here and you got one right before you get inside the tunnel, so just be careful of both. And it does not seem like there's any trains in front of us, so we'll pretty much be hauling ass this entire route. At least I'm hoping we are. I don't see any slowdowns as of yet. And here's a second decline. You gotta be careful about this one. It will put you over the speed limit if you're not careful. And it'll be full speed here in a second. There we go. Let's go ahead and put it in fourth gear mode. Let's get the cab light on since we're in the tunnel. Let's go ahead and turn off the windshield wipers and that annoying sound as well. Favorite part, this is the beer drinking view is what I'm going to call it for today. And go ahead and grab your beer, take a sip, and enjoy the full view of the cockpit. As you can see, the TVM signaling is on. It's at 3 green digits right there, which is the 225 kilometers max speed, which is right there at the bottom. And luckily it's going to let us, as far as I know, run the full speed for this portion. Again, we're heading to Stratford. It's not a very long trip, about 5 miles or so, so we'll be arriving there very shortly. Then in between Stratford and Ebbsfleet's another high-speed section. It's about 15 to 16 miles long, but it goes relatively quick when you're doing over 200 kilometers per hour. That was the driver vigilance alarm, just in case you're wondering. And you always hit Q on the keyboard to go ahead and disable that or turn it off. In real life, they basically depress a pedal, a foot pedal, to make sure that they're still awake and still alive while they're operating the train. If they do not, then it will of course put it into shutdown mode. Alright, so we're going to start our braking into Stratford here. And don't be afraid to go to 85. If you have to, you can do 93 as well without really hurting the passenger's comfort. So don't be afraid to brake too hard. Just do not put it in emergency brake. Otherwise you get points deducted. So coming into Stratford here, most important thing is you want to be doing about 80 kilometers per hour by the signal right before the platform, and you can brake around 85%, but we'll go over that here in a second. Let's go ahead and get it down to 100 kilometers per hour now, and it's going to be down from 100 to 80 in between the next two signals. Going to brake just a bit harder here. Going a little too fast. There we go. Coming in the platform, and we'll go ahead and start braking right about now. Again, just do straight 85%. Should be more than enough. You can always bump it up to 93 if for some reason you're coming towards the end of the platform. I'm going to go ahead and turn the cab light off since we're outside and get our windshield wipers on. There we go. Go ahead and load and unload passengers there. Yes, please. Looks like that one redhead girl from the movie. She was like a flight attendant. I'm not good with actresses' names or actors, but it was quite a good movie. I think she was having an affair or something similar to that, and the guy fell in love, went to her house. She was actually married with kids. That's how, I guess, real life goes. Unless you're the middle-aged gamer, then you just play Train Simulator all day, so everybody out there can watch you. That's my goal in life. Play this game and have someone watch the entire scenario. If you get drunk during the scenario, that's okay. If you're sober the entire time, you know, that's up to you. But definitely a drink, a smoke, something will help you relax and help you watch this video as well. Alright, should be wrapping up Stratford here in a minute. We'll be heading to Ebbsfleet next. Again, we are on the high-speed portion of the section, which is overhead lines. And Ebbsfleet's about 16 miles away. Seems like it's a really, really long distance, but as you'll find out here shortly, it's going to go by in no time with the speeds that we're doing. Alright, go ahead and put some sander down just in case, and we'll get rocking out of this station here. Definitely starting to pick up speed now. Just be careful you don't go over 100 right here. Alright, there we go. Got the full speed now. Okay, go ahead and shut off. I'm turn the cab light on first off since we're in the tunnel. Shut off the windshield wipers right there. And we're going to haul some ass. We've got about 16 miles to go to get to Ebbsfleet. And once we do get to Ebbsfleet, we will have to switch from overhead line to the third rail DC power, so I'll show you guys how to do that. And this is going to be the beer drinking view right here. cheers, motherfuckers. Again, if you're just tuning in, go ahead and subscribe. Feel free to comment on my videos. Definitely makes me happy when I get an email saying I had one or the other. Just don't be a dick. I had one guy that said watch my YouTube videos as a comment. I'm not sure if he's telling me to watch his shitty videos or if he's telling everybody else to watch his shitty videos, but please be respectful of the page. Again, that was the driver vigilance alarm right there. Definitely picking up speed now. Keep in mind we do have the cab light on so we can see what the hell is going on. It's actually somewhat bright in the tunnel compared to some of the other scenarios. If you turn it off, it gets really, really dark, hard to see. Alright, so we're about 200 kilometers per hour, making our way to 225. Probably want to keep it right above 220 if we can. I'm good right around 223. I can get to 224 if I want to. I just don't want to push the envelope too much and get a speeding deduction on my points. Again, time for a beer. Drinking a Bud Light and that shit is horrendous. I'll take a Miller Lite over a Bud Light any day. Typical drinks, MGD or Miller Genuine Draft, but I can also handle Budweiser's just fine. But the Bud Light, I don't know what it is. Something's wrong or rank about it. Alright, coming out of the tunnel here, let's go ahead and turn our cab light off. Doesn't seem to be raining as of right now, so I'm going to leave the wipers off. Again, we're just hauling. ETA is 11:42:16. And arrival time is 11:42, so we're right on track as far as that goes. It doesn't leave much room to mess around though. Again, just try to keep it above 220 without going over the 225 mark. Got to be a bit careful when it goes into a decline. Already down to 6 miles to go. As you can see, the 18 miles already is cut down by quite a bit when we're doing these type of speeds. And the TVM signaling has not even flinched. It's kept us at the max speed of the line for the bulk of the route, which is pretty exciting. Especially if you watch my frost fall career scenario from the London Faversham route, you will understand what I'm talking about. one flyby real quick so you can see how fast I'm going. Absolutely insane. Don't want to miss anything, so I'm going to stay in the cab, especially seeing how as I'm about 3.5 miles to go to Ebbsfleet. Keep in mind you're going on a bit of a decline right here, so braking is going to be a bit harder than normal. Go ahead and continue braking because I know we're going to have to get down even more here shortly. Alright, gotta get down to 100 kilometers per hour here as we make our way into Ebbsfleet, our approach into Ebbsfleet, I should say. Get the cab light back on so I can see what the hell's going on. Then we'll have to get down to about 80 kilometers per hour here shortly. Just gonna let it cruise for a bit. It's gonna take the cab light back off since we're outside. Get the windshield wipers on since it's definitely raining now. Alright, now keep in mind we will have to change from overhead power down to third rail power, so we're going to do that right here. And this is going to end the TVM signaling portion of the track as well. Alright, let's go ahead and start braking. Let's do 85% again, see where that leads us. Go ahead and do the exterior shot there. And this is the end of the platform right here. Go ahead and brake just a bit harder. Overshot it a bit more than I wanted to right there. It's the first time I've done that. I think it's because the tracks are a bit wet. Probably pissed some people off in business and first class. I do apologize about that. And more importantly, let's go ahead. I forgot completely, we need to change to third rail power. I know I've been telling you guys this entire time about that. There we go. That was pretty easy. We're already back to third rail power right now. You can see our line voltage is good. If you do happen to see the MCB BCB light on, you definitely need to put the pan up or shoes down or hit this button to get the line voltage light on by itself. And you can of course hear the little hum in the background when you got juice. And I don't mean orange juice by any means. I still hate the sound of the windshield wipers. I know there's no way they can be that loud on this train. I doubt you would even hear them going back and forth. That's why I have it on slow right now, because when it's on fast it's just utterly annoying. Cab light's still off. Let's go and keep that off then. And let's see if I get penalized for this. I don't think I will, for being a cart or two off. Take a look at the back. Back still seems okay. I think I would have lost my job though in real life, going past the platform that much. Alright, so we didn't lose any points there. We're already on the third rail power, so we're ahead of the game. Let's go ahead and take off here. I'm going to give it a little bit of sander just in case. There we go, and just be a little careful on this. It kind of goes down and to the right and up to the left. It's a bit rib jerking for the passengers. You don't want to hit it too fast. Of course, you don't want to lose time either. I'm going to go ahead and put it in P1 for the time being. And I would say the rib jerking is going to happen at the top of this hill. Just going to leave it in P2 for a second, see what happens. You're going to hear the grind. It wasn't too bad at all. And we'll be heading into Gravesend to pick up some passengers here shortly. There's quite a few stations that are fairly close together coming up. We'll go ahead and start braking a bit. Make sure we get under 30 miles per hour. And it looks like the London to Brighton locomotive that you use, or train that you use. Not sure if it is or not, what class it is, but you get my drift. Alright, now we definitely need to shave some speed off right here. I could have gone a bit farther before starting the brake, which I probably should have now that I'm losing a few seconds, I'm sure. But I don't want to pass this signal without doing 30. And it looks like the rain has let up again. Seems to be an ongoing theme. I feel like I'm in Florida. Rains for 5 minutes and it's hot as hell, and then it rains again. See if we can make a better stop at this platform. I'm guessing that we can. Stopping a little too fast, let off the brake and then put it back on here. There we go. Much better. Going to open the doors with T on the keyboard. T as in Tom. Again, we're at Gravesend. Let's go ahead and check out our task list. We're going to go to Strood, about 7 miles away. Then Rochester, 8 miles away. Chatham, about 8 miles away. Gillingham, 10, and so forth. So we've got quite a few more stops to go to reach Faversham, but we got a bulk of the journey completed as well. Alright, let's go ahead and pull forward. Need to keep it under 20, then 30, then we'll be back up to 50 miles per hour shortly after that. Green light so far all the way through. Haven't had any double yellows or red to worry about, which is again quite nice. This is the part of the journey where I couldn't see a damn thing in the frostfall career scenario. It was so dark and raining so hard in most of this area. So it's quite nice to be able to see it. Even if it's a bit overcast, rainy, at least I can see what I was actually driving through. Let's go ahead and get back up to 50 right now. Again, you can see that third rail that we're on for power beneath us. Let's go and check a quick train by real fast. I know I haven't had too many shots of the outside. Apologize about that, but when you have the TVM signaling, it's pretty hard to concentrate. You never know what's going on inside the cab. Go ahead and do one more for you guys as we pick up speed. Very good sound quality here. About 5 miles to go to Strood. Didn't notice the crossing symbol on the tracks. I'm sure it was there. Yeah, it definitely was there. And just about 4 3/4 of a mile to go. You can see how much slower the miles go down, doing 70 miles per hour as opposed to 140. Let me back out this real quick. So far, smooth sailing, no issues quite yet. Be a good train by area coming around this curve right here. Go and get back inside now. Looks like we're passing by another platform right here, which I think we passed by in the frost fall scenario too. I'm not sure why. I don't remember stopping here though. This was that part where I couldn't see a goddamn thing. I don't know if I had a double yellow or what that was. Not quite sure offhand. This is where I couldn't see a damn thing in the frost fall career scenario though. Now I know it was just a long, long tunnel. pretty interesting tunnel, no lights on it. That's probably why it was so dark. Still got a green light. Gotta get down to 15 miles per hour here shortly though. It says our ETA is about a minute off, which I'm not sure how that could be. I feel like I made really good time, but we'll figure out if that's the way it's supposed to be or not here shortly. Go ahead and start braking a bit. Just don't want to get too close to that 15 without shaving some speed off. I don't feel comfortable. Probably should turn my cab light on too so I can see what's going on. Again, just shaving little bits of speed off. Could have gone a bit faster, I do admit. But given how far I am into the scenario, I'm going to try to make sure I don't make any mistakes. I'm going to cruise about 15 miles per hour here. And let's go ahead and get our cab light off since we're heading out of the station, or out of the tunnel I should say. Not sure why this part of the track is so slow. And start the drizzle again. And we're coming into the platform here at Strood. Very slow approach. I'm gonna go ahead and stop. I'm not gonna go any farther in the platform, no reason to. There we go. We're at Strood. Next up on our list of amazing stations, it's gonna be Rochester. 1.06 miles to go. In Chatham, Gillingham, Rainham, Sittingbourne, and Faversham. I see it raining. I don't see any rain on my windscreen or windshield. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off until we do get some. Maybe it thinks we're inside a station, even though we're just at an outdoor platform. Not quite sure, but I'll turn it back on if we get some more rain here. Alright, so we're still on time as far as timetables go. Let's go ahead and push on up. Again, got to worry about a very slow approach out of the station as well. like we're going over an old bridge. It's probably why we're going so slow. Some good scenery though. Haven't seen this part of the route as of yet. At least I don't remember seeing this. Take a quick look outside. Pretty neat. Got the ships, the buildings. We've got an old castle out in the distance. Very neat. Wish you could just hop out and hop on one of the ships and do Ship Simulator. They should tie the two games together. That'd be pretty neat. We've got Rochester coming up here shortly. Okay, not sure. Doesn't seem to be raining right now. Drizzle's on and off again. It's off currently. So we've got Rochester and we've got Chatham. Yeah, so I have been here, I just don't remember it. It's two back-to-back stations. And we'll break once we get into the station here. Go ahead and start braking, let's say about now. Still had plenty of time to brake as well. Could have done it a bit later. I could draw it out to the end of the platform too if I wanted to. I'm not going to. I'm just going to go ahead and stop. And we're going to go ahead and pick up some passengers here. Get a nice overview of the train right there. So Chatham and Gillingham. Gillingham's the old station that has the train wash in it, in case you guys were so dreadfully wanting that information. Haven't been to Rainham, Sittingbourne, whatever you want to call it, and Faversham as of yet. It's pretty bad when I've done all the career scenarios in London and Faversham. I haven't been to Faversham. Curious to see what it looks like, honestly. Again, if you're just tuning in, it's the MiddleAgedGamer. We're playing Train Simulator 2014. This is the London to Faversham route. And we already have another station coming up here shortly. Should have just made it one big station, don't you think? Get the cab light on as we go through this little tunnel, for what it's worth. Let's go and start braking now. Let off and then put it back on to 85. Should get us right towards the latter half of the platform here. And yes, let's stop in the shade. I definitely don't want to be out in the sun even though it's a cloudy day. So we're at Chatham. Got a couple more before getting to Faversham. Only about 17 miles away. Pretty big difference as opposed to being, what was that, about 40 plus, 50 plus miles away from the beginning. And can I see the train? There we go. Wasn't sure I was at. going to turn the cab light off for a minute. Again, if you guys have made it to this point, I definitely appreciate you guys watching this far into the scenario. Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourself, having a beer, having a Coke if you're underage, whatever you want to do. Alright, so heading to Gillingham now from Chatham. Only about 1.5 miles away or so, so we'll be arriving there very shortly as well. Don't really need, I'm going to turn the cab light on though anyways, just for a split second here. Take it back off. Alright, we're going to be hitting, or able to hit 50 miles per hour here shortly, but the platform from Gillingham's not too far away, so it's not really a huge deal. Here we go. Pretty nice scenery right here. And I do love the old school tunnels that we've been going through as well. It says you can speed up if you want to right here. I'm going to go ahead and slow down a bit. I'm not sure if the turn the cab light back on. I'm not sure if it's gonna have a slower speed at the next signal. I'm hoping not, but you never know. The developers will trick you like that and cause you to want to restart the entire scenario after a long, painstaking 30 to 45 minutes of being on the route. Let's go ahead and slow down quite a bit. Come into the station right around 30 miles per hour. Gillingham, huh? Looks like a pretty nice platform. Again, I could be stopping more towards the end of the platform, not too worried about it. Taking a look around. Really good detailing off in the distance, which is always a plus. And just so you know, if you guys see the brake moving back and forth, that is a ghost. It's not me or my keyboard. No, I'm just playing. I'm moving it back and forth, that way we don't get the driver vigilance alarm. And if you don't shut that vigilance alarm off, it will shut the entire locomotive down until you go through the reset process, which is a pain in the ass. Alright, so we're heading to Rainham after this and then Sittingbourne. Let's go ahead and get on out of here. Again, laying down a bit of sand just in case. I know it's not really raining right now, but you never know. You don't want to get any wheel slip. Let's go ahead and get up to 60 here. Just under 3 miles to go to Rainham, so most of these platforms are fairly close together. I feel like I'm running more of a London to Brighton type of route where we're stopping every few seconds. Alright, get up to 90 right here. Again, only 2 miles to go, so we need to be a bit careful coming into the next station. Want to ensure that we don't come in too hot and pass by the station for any reason. But it is nice to get this thing up to speed a bit. ETA is basically right on time, or 2 seconds ahead of time, which is good as well. So we're making good time considering how long this specific route has been. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna go ahead and start braking right now. Again, making sure I'm not coming into the platform too hot. Again, just kind of pumping the brakes a bit as we get down. Don't want to risk it being this far into the scenario by trying to get as close to the platform as possible and then braking all the way to 85%. Alright, let's go ahead and start braking now. I don't want to do max. Look, I didn't get deducted for putting it into the emergency position. And this is what I mean. See, I could come into the platform much faster. I thought it was going to be a much smaller platform than this, but that's okay. Not a huge deal. Alright, there we go. Still on track as far as time-wise. One more to go. Sittingbourne, about 5.5 miles or so, 5 3/4 miles to go, and then just 13 miles to go to Faversham to the final point. Oh, I didn't even do this view yet. You got your crumpets, your coffee, and your little tablet, and of course you are always looking at stuff on about Train Simulator. Pretty neat. Good detailing throughout the cab as well. You got the information over there. Very realistic. I would love to live in an area like this, not necessarily on the tracks, but I'd like to be able to hop on one of these trains and head into London, have a nice day out. It's raining just a bit. I'm going to go ahead and turn my windshield wipers on real fast. I have the cab light on. Let's go ahead and turn that off. It's not really needed. There we go. Let's go ahead and move on forward. go and get this thing up to speed. And hopefully we cut down this 5 miles fairly quickly. I'm already at 810 points. I just want to be a bit careful I don't get any penalties coming into these last 2 stations. That would be a damn shame if that happened. And luckily it's been very, very high speed so far, which is definitely a blessing. Sometimes it can kind of drag by a scenario of this length if you're having to stop and go all the time. I don't mind stopping at platforms, but I hate stopping at lights, whether it's a single yellow, red light, what have you. Make it down to 70 miles per hour here. Again, running way ahead of schedule. Not sure if that's because I'm going to be hitting some lights up here or not. Hopefully not. Not a whole lot of scenery out here. It looks like we're getting into more ranch and farmland, or the countryside, I should say. Let's go and get back in cab, make sure we're not missing anything. So far, I think this is one of my favorite routes. I definitely like the high speed section. And then, of course, this section with all the detailing. And the scenery now is where we're at, so pretty interesting. And of course, while I'm talking, I'm also braking on accident. I guess I stop jibber jabbing and actually pay attention to what the hell's going on. Pretty neat view right there, especially when you can see outside. Go to get back in cab now. I'm be hitting 80 miles per hour right here. And just arriving at Sittingbourne now. Way ahead of schedule, so I'm in no rush to come flying in. Let's go and board passengers there. It's going to be a fairly long wait here. Let's go ahead and zoom in just a bit. And of course, after this, we're going to be heading to Faversham for our final depot. Again, I thank you guys for watching. If anybody has watched up to this point, you're definitely a fucking trooper. I have to give it to you for that. You're either a trooper or you're a fucking drunk. I don't know which one yet. One-click shopping, kind of click right there. I want to go right now. Again, we're at Sittingbourne right here. Luckily, I haven't had any faults as of yet. Everything's going smoothly. Let's see how many miles it is to Faversham. About 7 miles to go. Shouldn't be an issue if we got 80 as the limiter on the tracks. The only thing I thought it was a bit weird was this view. I'm not sure what that's for. Maybe you're looking at the TVM signaling a little bit closer. But this is an absolute excellent view right here. Showing max speed is for overhead lines 225 kilometers or 140 miles per hour, and max speed for network rail is 160 kilometers per hour or 100 miles per hour. Pretty neat. There we go. Got 900 points. I believe we're going to be getting a 990 once it's all said and done. Go ahead and take off here. Again, just about 7 miles to go to Faversham. And hopefully the developers don't have any tricks in store for us. This is a route though I could go there and back and be completely happy doing both. I feel like I could go down this route and see something different every time. Let's see what this last part of the journey has in store for us. Looks like we're way ahead of schedule on this as well, which is good. Go ahead and get down to 75. Not sure why it gave me the AWS system, maybe because of the reduction in speed, hard to say. Hopefully it's not a signal and I'm missing something. No, still got a green signal on the track, which is what I want. couple intersections that we're going through. Just want to make sure to sound the horn as good as I can. Okay, we're going to get up to 80, then 85 and 90. And just about 3 miles to go to Faversham. And I have really enjoyed this route so far. Thank you guys for watching, whoever's still hanging on there. Trust me, you will make it before you fall asleep. Unless you're passed out drunk already, then there's nothing I can do, just let the video play. Again, still about 2 minutes ahead. I'm not really pushing it too much. In fact, I'm going to start breaking down, make sure we get to 75. We're only about 2 miles away to the station, so I want to be a bit careful on my approach. Slowing down much more than I need to. Again, just want to be careful coming in. We got a double yellow, single yellow in the stop, it looks like, so should be good on that front. Alright, let's go ahead and get down the speed here. We got plenty of time to come into the station. Not suggesting any of you guys do this out there. You guys can definitely push it to the limit as you guys want. Be a bit more careful. Definitely slowing down a little bit too much right there. See, that's a single yellow. Getting down to 15 miles per hour now. Just a quarter mile to go. It's going to be a long quarter mile here. Again, you're watching the MiddleAgedGamer. Appreciate you guys watching. Please go ahead and comment, subscribe. Can't ask you guys that enough. And looks like we're a little bit over a minute ahead of schedule too, which is good. go ahead and load and unload for the last time. And let's go ahead and look at what we just did. So, let's see, we came from St. Pancras, which is right here. Go ahead and do this real fast, make sure nothing else is going on over there. Nope. Came all the way from St. Pancras all the way down this line. All the way down to Faversham right there. Not sure what's above. Sheerness. I'm surprised I don't have a career scenario going out there. That's kind of strange. Well done, driver. You have completed your shift, meeting each of the destinations on time. Looks like we got some achievements there. We'll take a look at some more achievements even. And we've got 990 XP, which is quite fine. And you can see there's no errors, no speeding, anything else on there. Let's go back to scenario list. We got all the career scenarios done for London at Faversham. And let's take a look at our career tab before you guys go. Oh, actually I'm at a 9 now as far as my career goes, which is good. Let's take a look at what we got. We got this one. It says complete all career scenarios on the London Faversham route. Completed scenario without penalties, Far Horizons. And completed scenario, Far Horizons. So there you go. We're at 10, almost to the, looks at silver level, number 10 right there. And again, appreciate you guys watching. This is the Middle Aged Gamer. I'm out.